So guys, what's going on? And here it is already. Manchester United 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 2. First Premier League game for Erik ten Hag, first loss. And I really think, no one's really surprised by this result. Let's be honest, no one is. I'm certainly not surprised. Do you want to know why? It's because 9 of those 11 players today, 9 of them were the 9 that produced the worst season in Manchester United's history last season. And 9 of them are playing today. McFred are playing. McFred are still in this team. How do they survive? How do they survive? Maguire was at the back, ahead of Varane. I don't know how they survive. Last season, they were 3 of the worst players in the team, and they're starting today. I'm happy the Premier League is back, but what comes with the Premier League starting again is Manchester United making you disappointed, and that's what they've done today. All the optimism of new manager Erik ten Hag coming in, new start to the season, is gone in one game because the Glazers have once again not backed this manager. McTominay, Fred and Maguire, they should be gone. We should have at least 2 CDMs in by now. We should have another centre-back. We should have an attacking option. But we buy Eriksen, who, nothing against him. I thought, he played really well today. Probably one of the better players alongside Martinez. Eriksen on a free. I tell you now, I guarantee you this. If he wasn't for free, we would not have got him. Because the Glazers are looking at that, they're like, oh, a free deal for Christian Eriksen. We'll swipe that up straight away and buy him for free. Martinez was a good signing in my eyes. Played well today. Malacia didn't start. But where's the CDMs? Fred and McTominay is still starting. How? They're 2 of the worst players in the Premier League. They really are. I would take them as a backup, but to start in a Manchester United side like this, it's criminal. It's absolutely criminal. It really is. I don't get how people expect things to change when the Glazers don't back the manager. They don't back him. Why is De Jong not in yet? Why is he not in? Why have we not been after a proper CDM? We've not even been linked with one. And it's the vital positions that we need. It's so frustrating because you want to be positive, you want to be confident, but you can't be with this side because they don't help you out with that. They don't make the fans happy. They don't make the fans optimistic. And of course, bringing Erik ten Hag in, you're going to be a bit confident before the game because Brighton, they've lost 2 of their best players. They lost Cucurella and Basuma, and they're still beating us today comfortably. And yes, we played well at times. And yes, we had some good moments. But again, what are you going to expect with the same players in the team that played last season who produced the worst season in history? It's so hard to, back this side because, Erik ten Hag probably expected to be back. He's not going to come out and say, oh, where's my CDM right now? Where's my forward play? You told me, you said this, you said we were going to get in these certain players. He's not going to come out and do that. He's going to be left with this junk that was with us last season. And not even Klopp or Pep Guardiola could come into this side and get these players playing well. I thought, I didn't think Sancho had the best game today. Rashford should have scored. Bruno, didn't think it was too bad, but we'll get onto that a bit later. But yeah. Oh, it is so frustrating, and I wanted to start the season off well. Back at Old Trafford, first Premier League game for Erik ten Hag, and we're losing to Brighton. Oh my. We needed to get revenge on Brighton for what they did towards the end of last season when they absolutely pummeled us. But, it's the same shit that we saw last season. We're going to see this season, and how somebody can say we're going to do well this season is bollocks in my eyes. It really is. And, you need to get your head screwed on a bit if you think there's something with this side. Because, I know we've got time to get a CDM in. It's not going to happen. I know we've got time to look at forward options. But let's be honest. Who are we strongly linked with? Benjamin Sesko? Is he going to come into this team straight away? No, we're going to loan him back to RB Leipzig or Salzburg, wherever he's from. It's so difficult because we know where we need to improve. But the Glazers are just sitting there looking at deals which you can do for free like Eriksen, looking at other positions we don't need and not focusing on the priority areas. We've been needing a CDM for the last 8 years. 8 years we've needed a CDM. And we don't get what we need. If we brought 2 CDMs in, a centre-back, another forward option, then I'd be like, I'll maybe be a bit more confident. We'd probably get a different result today if we had a solid CDM because Fred and McTominay today, absolutely god-awful again. You know, you cannot play those players because they don't play well. They put in one shift every 20 games. And some people are happy with that. Some people like Fred and McTominay. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you like them. If you want this team to do well, they can't be in the side. It really is so difficult. And, you know, I feel for the likes of Eriksen and Martinez in this side because they don't know what they've come into. And especially Erik ten Hag. Surely it's got to settle in now after him watching this. To never play Maguire again. To never play McFred in that midfield. It's criminal. It's criminal playing those type of players after what we did last season, 2 seasons ago. Like, come on, you've got to have a bit of sense about you. And I thought Ten Hag would. But somehow, they're still in the team. And it is really frustrating. But yeah, guys, as I said in the preview, you know, we were not ready for the season. You know, we weren't prepared enough. And as I said, we had a mid-pre-season. It wasn't the best of pre-season. But yeah, as I said, we missed a lot of signings. But we should have got done already for the season. And at the end of the day, we look back at the Glazers again. And, you know, the protests... You can do all the protests you like, you know, but it's not going to change the fact that, again, it's going to be another season of this disappointment. And even if it is Ten Hag, you know, no manager can coach these players in this team. So yeah, let's get into the team lineup, guys. So it was David De Gea in net, Diego Dalot right back, Luke Shaw left back, and it was Maguire alongside Martinez. I do not know how Varane was not starting this game. But I even said it in my preview. It's going to be really disappointing. We're not going to do well because we're going to have these players start for us. So, we had Fred and McTominay in the midfield. And as soon as that came out, I was just like, here we go again. Here we go again. And then, of course, it was Bruno on the left. Eriksen in the cam position. Right-hand side, it was Rashford. Sancho, and then up front it was Marcus Rashford. Of course, Martial was injured, Ronaldo wasn't fit enough, so I got that, to be fair. But yeah, we started off the game, and you know, we had a few chances, to be fair. We were a better team for the first 10 minutes, but then Brighton, of course, got their goal. And from there, you know, did I see Manchester United coming back from it? I did, to be fair. I was confident we could, but then, of course, that second goal went in. We had a few chances, as I said, especially in the second half. We should have scored 1 or 2. But yeah, the second goal went in. And not too long after the first one, to be fair. And it's typical Manchester United. We get a goal back through Diego Dalot. But again, it's not good enough at the end of the day, is it? And to start how we did as well, is just not good enough. You can't concede the first goal when you're at home. Because you give yourself that, you know, that hustle to go on and, you know, overcome a 1-0 when you're 1-0 down. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. First Manchester United game is a loss. Where did it go wrong? Again, as I said, we weren't ready. We were nowhere near ready for today's game. I knew we weren't ready. I knew, you know, some people will be surprised by this result. But for me, certainly not a surprise because, as I said, none of those players produced the worst season in Manchester United's history. So, you know, I want to make that clear. I know I've said it a few times, but it is shocking. I'm absolutely shocked by that, to be fair. And some of the decisions made today because, you know, I just don't think Ten Hag has some sense in him. No manager would have sense to play McFred still after what they've seen. They must be wonder kids in training. They must be the teacher's pet in training. I'm not going to lie. That's what they must be. Because they play every game and they get away with everything and they survive every game. So, yeah, at the end of the day, he has some things to work on. He definitely does. He needs to make better decisions. And, you know, at the end of the day, he's probably not been able to really rely on decisions because of the Glazers not backing him and not bringing in a CDM to play. Like, who are you going to play CDM? Who are you going to play CDM? You know, Eriksen? No. Bruno? No. Garner's there. Give him a game. He's 10 times the players they are. So, let's get into the player rating. So, in goal, David De Gea, average 6, to be fair. I can't really do much about the goals. Not going to put too much on him today. Luke Shaw, I'm going to give a 5. Thought he was garbage today in my eyes. Again, he shouldn't be starting for this Manchester United team. I would have chucked in Malacia straight away because he had a good pre-season. Right-hand side, Diego Dalot. Thought he played well today. I like the link-up between him and Sancho. Although Sancho at times done too much today in my eyes, they did play all right. So I'm going to give Diego Dalot a 6. In the midfield, Fred, I'm going to give a 4. Again, load of shit. You can't really say much about him because he just doesn't play well. He does not play well. And we left him by himself at one point as well, which was just criminal to do that. So for me, Fred, I'm going to give a 3. McTominay, I'm going to give a 3 as well. Load of shite. Absolute load of shite. And then Bruno Fernandez, we're going to give a 7. Thought he did all right today. You know, this is a season, Bruno Fernandez, where he has to get back on track. And I'm willing to, you know, go along with that and see how he does. And he wasn't the worst today, so I will give him a 7. Eriksen, I'm going to give a 7 as well. Thought he was quite decent. Had 2 efforts on goal. You know, maybe one goes in if he's quite lucky, but... yeah, I thought he played quite well today, and it is going to take some time for him to get used to this style and to get into this Manchester United rhythm, which is not a good rhythm, is it? Let's be honest. He's going to have to do a lot more work with this side at the moment. Right-hand side, of course, Jadon Sancho. I'll give him a 6, maybe even a 5 today. I didn't think he was that good. And then Rashford, going to give a 5 as well. Should have scored. At the end of the day, can't do too much. Of course, we brought on Ronaldo at half-time, but again, couldn't make the impact in the team. We did get a goal back, I said, but... you know, at the end of the day, I'm not surprised by this result. I'm thinking a lot of you guys are as well. But yeah, guys, if you did enjoy today's video, make sure to smash a like. Make sure to subscribe down below as well, guys. It really does help out. And of course, we will be back next weekend for the preview for the Brentford game. And hopefully, that's a bit more positive than this one. But the way it's going, it's going to be hard to be positive in these previews. But yeah, guys, smash your like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.